I think I got it.
Hello, what is your name? I don't want to say, yeah. Wait. I remember you. You were in a relationship with the married one.
I was. One second. I'm involved with a guy. And when we first got together, he essentially was like, I'm married. However, we are separated. And, I kind of saw that coming through in the way that he was behaving because I'd been to the apartment, there were separate rooms, I'd met the family,
You met his wife and his kids.
no kids.
Oh, no.
Um,
It's his wife. You met her.
no, but the mom, the dad,
Okay.
friends, all that
Oh,
stuff. And anyway, things went well for a while until they weren't, and he did some very hurtful things.
he's a married man, but separated. They live in the same apartment, correct? But they're in separate rooms. And you know this because you visited the apartment. You said you met his family within that apartment, correct? Spent holidays together, which I would assume would be very serious. Christmas, Thanksgiving, all of the things. Now you guys have been through a couple of things where you told him or you threatened him, like, I'm leaving, I'm done. And he said, go on ahead, okay? You guys
Yeah,
worked
it
it out
was.
and you decided to move from Florida to Rhode Island for him.
And if I move back to be with you, I need you to not be living with another woman and I need you to be divorced. To which he, like, there was some pushback on that. For reference, I'm 22, he's 33. Outside of that, he's great. He treats me well, he's thoughtful, but I need us both to be equally committed to this. And he was like, no, like, I don't want to do that. And um everything's good. I just had surgery on my eye. I got a transplant. I'm just healing. That's all.
I'm happy everything went well. All
Thank
right.
you.
So do you want to update us on the story? Are you back to update us?
Yes, actually. So I think after uh, that whole thing, he moved out, got his own place. I was like, okay, things. Went to visit him on my birthday, and things did not go well. We had a fight. It turned physical. And I think it was downhill from there. We're not in contact. We haven't been in contact for a long time, but I've just been focusing on, school, and, picked up a new hobby, spent a lot of time with my family, and have just kind of reevaluated where I'm going to be in life. And I think during Christmas, I visited the home of a old close family friend, and her father just kind of without knowing what's going on, just because it was really embarrassing, just said, be careful who you give your heart to. Um, and he looked so sincere in that moment, that it was kind of like, okay, like I haven't been very kind to myself. I should be really kind to myself. And I deserve kind people in my life. And that was not a kind person. There have been parts of me that are like, I don't think I want to ever be in a relationship again. I don't think I ever want to be that vulnerable with someone ever again. But I know that that's me in the present. Hurting in the present is always going to be more painful than hurting in retrospect. And I have a long time to learn. And part of loving someone is choosing. My grandmother, she had one man her whole life. She married him. He died when she was, in her late 30s. She never got another boyfriend till the day she died. Never lived with anyone, never dated anyone. She chose someone and it was special to her. And seeing my parents, they've been married 25 years now. I want that special person. But I want them to feel like home. I don't want them to feel like an adversary. And I think that's what I felt like I had in this past relationship. So it was a lesson for sure.
I will say,
For sure.
how old are you again, Cassie? How old are you?
I'm 23.
Yes, you're 23. You have so much life to live, and I want you to forgive yourself, forgive yourself. You're young, you're still learning. We all make mistakes, and sometimes we have to go through things in life so we know what that looks like, sounds like, and walks like in the future. So now that you have this under your belt, you're a little bit wiser about how you approach life and relationships. So maybe there was something you needed to learn from this experience. Said you want to be loved, you want someone who feels like home. I want you to also know, that you deserve someone who's 100% available, emotionally, physically, and spiritually. 100% available, not 80%, because not 70%, and he's giving 30% to another woman. You deserve 100% all across the board. You are deserving of love, but you have to know that. So give yourself, let's say, the next 6 months to work on your self-esteem, work on how you love yourself, say affirmations, do things for you, learn yourself again. You're a very brilliant young lady, very, very smart, very, very smart. I know that. I don't even know you, but I know that much. So focus on school. And I think in no time you're going to find your person because you have a good heart. Beautiful young woman. Okay? Yes.
Thank you.
Welcome, darling. You are welcome. Thank you for coming up here and courageously sharing your story, because I know that's not easy to do in front of so many people. So you don't realize how many other young girls you are helping.
Thank you.
You're welcome, darling. Bye-bye. It takes so much courage. I mean, it takes so much courage. I commend all the women and all the men who come up here and share their story on a public platform. You know how much courage it takes to share a story, intimate, personal, and to be judged and criticized by strangers. And I know there's about a handful of you here. I don't want situation right now. So I hope you were listening. I hope you were listening. She'll fall in love again. She just needs time. And I could see her with a good guy. One of those good guys with a nice smile and they got curly hair. Mm-hmm. And they got both parents. They grew up with their mother and their father. Yep, they travel. Smart bookworm. Mm-hmm. A good man. Yes. Yes. One of those college guys. They went to college, HBCU, Harvard, one of the schools. And we're all young and dumb at some point. I don't mean dumb in that way. Remember when you thought you knew everything? Remember that? When you thought your mother, Ma, you think you know everything. Remember those days? Remember those things. Thank you, Braylon. Now you have kids of your own and you like, oh, I get it now. Now you're of age and you're like, oh, I get it now. I didn't get it then. You better thank goodness. Thank God that your mother said, I'm not one of your little friends, or you would have been on the other side of the track. Hi, Veronica. How are you?
Hi, how are you? I have like an issue dating. So I look younger than what I really am. So I haven't dated in like a year because all the guys that I date are younger and they're really like, I match with them like energy vibes and stuff like that. But when it comes to like life, it's like, no. So I just don't date.
Wait, so you don't date because younger men are attracted to you?
Well, yeah, because I just feel like it's a dead end, you know? I mean, like a lot of them, like the guys that are attracted to me are like 35, 34, 35, 34. That's my age. And how do you think I am?
Now that you said you're older, you probably are in your 40s, I would assume. No, you're older than, oh, 50s. 60?
No. No, I'm
Oh,
51.
oh, 51. Okay, okay. So you look really good, but I say 51 is still young in 2024. I mean, with all the technologies, the creams, but I will give it to your genetics, okay? But you look beautiful, and I will say this: what type of guys are you attracted now? How old are they? How are you dressing? Because I already see a hoop earring. It's giving J-Lo hair pulled back, glowy skin. We got this like lumberjack shirt on, so that's more of a youthful look.
I know, and it's crazy because I've always been like that though. Like even when I was in my 20s, I was dating younger because that's just the way I am. And I feel like, like I'm friends with all the people at the gym. Like they're all in their 30s. And I go to their houses and their parents are my age and we don't like mesh. We just, you know what I mean? I have like, my own business and I like do beauty and things like that. I work out and out there that are probably in their 50s that I like me, but they're hard to find. Because I
What
don't want to
about
have
men in
like
their 40s?
a
What
50 year
about
old.
men in their 40s? Yeah.
I mean, yeah, but sometimes you know what? There's guys that are in their 40s that act worse than guys in their 20s. I think it just depends on the guy too. A lot of
It
times, like
depends.
in their 40s, they're divorced too, so they just want to date 20-year-olds.
Mm-mm. But you look young, so I don't think that would be an issue. I think they would date you.
Yeah, and I live
Yeah.
in South Florida too.
Okay, this is what I would say, Veronica. I would say you need to change up the way you dress. It comes off a bit, youthful. The hoops, the lumberjack shirt, the way you tied your hair up. I would take the hoops out. I would make the lashes smaller, maybe. Go for a shorter lash. I
Okay.
like the makeup just a smaller lash and maybe something more neutral, like bright and neutral, like pink, solid.
Maybe I love red, but that might be too much.
You can do red, but no hoops. Red,
Okay.
no hoops, hair down.
Okay.
Same kind of makeup, just a smaller lash.
And then
Smaller lashes.
you said also like go to a bar by yourself. I've never been anywhere by myself ever,
So
ever.
every time you have gone out, you've always went with a friend.
Yes.
Okay.
The only place I go by myself is the gym. I've never went to like a bar by myself. I'm so scared.
I want you to put that on the to-do list because you're a beautiful woman. Someone will come up and say hello. Go to the bar when you're hungry or when you actually just need a drink or just a break.
Okay.
I want you to do that for the month of February. I want you to do it twice. Make it a goal.
Okay. And I'm gonna come back and I'm gonna be like, I did
Hold
it.
on, Veronica. Some people in the chat are saying they went on your page and you dress like a teenager. That's what I'm hearing from the chat.
Well, I just wear jeans and a t-shirt.
Yeah, that's probably why. That's probably why you're attracting the energy and the men that you are attracting.
Okay.
Yeah. So I think you should make it a pinch more serious, just a pinch more.
So pitch more serious, no hoops, wear like more neutral colors, go to a bar, have some sushi. Yeah, because I haven't done anything. I don't even want to go out. I'm just like, I don't want to give the wrong vibes and stuff like that. So I'm just like, what do I do? Like, I don't want to be alone, you know?
No, absolutely. But go during happy hour. If you go during happy
Yeah.
hour, a lot of people are at the bar. They're just getting off of work. People are coming in to wind down, have a drink.
They're telling her to dress like a grandma.
I mean, I'm not saying like a grandma. You can still show what you want to show, wear a low cut top, but it's just solid. So it doesn't have floral print. It's not like the lumberjack material.
So many comments. They're like, no, don't do that. Stay like yourself. Your page is fine. She dresses fine. Oh my Lord.
So again, you can do what you're
Well,
comfortable with,
yeah,
and
I want,
see
I'm
what
gonna,
works.
I mean, I
Yeah.
want advice from you because you look amazing and like all my friends are young, so they're not gonna give me good advice.
No worries. I mean, again, all I could do is give suggestions, but it's ultimately up to you. And you could always try it once and then go back to what maybe how you dress. Just see how it works. That's all I'm saying.
Yeah, I'm just gonna be a little bit less hoopy, like like because I do also work in the medical field, so I like wear scrubs and then I do makeup. So I'm always like wearing like black and a top and hoops and I'm always doing makeup. I also do beauty products, so I'm always doing like looks and things like that, you know what I mean? It kind of goes with what I do, I guess. I can't be like, I don't know, I don't want to be boring because that's not me. But I know what you
Right.
mean.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, if I'm just saying, if you want a different type of guy, that's what I'm saying. You have to be a little bit more conservative. It doesn't mean you have to be like a nun, covered up head to toe. But if you don't want that youthful boy energy who don't want to pay for nothing, who want to look at you as a mother, who want to just have sex with you, then you have to go a different direction with your look and the way you present yourself. Maybe once in a while, I'm not saying you can never wear hoops again. You can, but just switch it up depending where you go and see how you like it.
All right, and I do want to insert that every guy that I have when I was, no, they do take me out. They pay for everything. They never make me do anything. So that's a good thing. But it's just like they're like, "Oh, we want to have kids." I'm like, "No, my kids are 20. Hell no." Like, yeah.
Yeah, that can be. Yeah, so I think that would be the only issue going out with a younger guy who doesn't have children, for sure.
Yes. Well, thank you
All
so
right.
much for the advice, and I am gonna try to do it in the month of February. Maybe I'll find a Valentine's Day.
Absolutely. And again, just try for one day. One day, just try something new. Just one day. Veronica, bye,
Bye.
beauty.
Thank you, guys.
Bye bye. You guys are so funny. Y'all said dressing like a grandma. Y'all got so much to learn. Every day, you don't got to be hanging out your clothes. You do not have to be hanging. I have a great body. I have a great body. If I want to, I could be on this live in a crop top, high-waisted jeans, short skirts, cleavage out, everything going. Everything all up in your face. But there's a time and a place for everything. We don't always have to wear our curves out. We don't always have to show everything out. And it doesn't mean you're old. It just means you save a little bit for the imagination. That's all. I was there once upon a time. I thought everything I wore had to be tight fitting or revealing. After a while, you realize the energy that you attract, whether it's a man or a woman. Dressing more conservative doesn't mean dressing like a nun. You can still wear you can be fully covered and a dress is like hugging your body, hugging every curve. Fit it passionately like a midi dress. Be very fitted, okay? Have your hair out, have some nice earrings. Still look sexy, but classy. I know it takes time to kind of learn this, but I say give it a try. That's all. Just give it a try. Everything doesn't have to hang out. Everything doesn't have to spill out your blouse. Like, leave a little something to the imagination. This is not an attack to her. I think she's a beautiful woman. And I get it. Like, sometimes we like a certain style. We like to wear our hair a certain way, our makeup a certain way. We like to, our favorite pair of shoes or favorite style of dressing. But I say try something new. Even if it's for the day, this goes for anyone here. See what type of reactions you get. Maybe if that's making your nails a little shorter or trying a new nail color. Maybe switching up your hair. Maybe do it longer. Maybe add extensions. Maybe take extensions out. Maybe wear your natural hair. Maybe take off the wig. Maybe try a wig. Try different things and see what works. See if you get a different result. That's all I'm saying. Hi, beauty. How are you?
I'm good. Well, I wanted your advice. So I'm 19, I'm young. I've been going through some things. I thought I would have gotten better by now. I know it's not good to put a time on healing. I know it's not good to put a time on healing, but I thought it would be better by now. It's not a relationship or anything. It's just, friendships generally. I thought I would be better by now, but I'm still struggling with it. So I just wanted your advice on it.
But better with what? Java, better with what? This is about a boy?
Not necessarily.
So it is or it's not? Which one?
I don't really want to say what the situation was, but my best friend hurt me, and I also had a breakup last year, and I'm still trying to heal from everything, and it's really difficult. So I just want your advice on it.
You're 19, you have your whole life ahead of you. You haven't even just begun to live life or really fall in love or really know what love is. You have nothing but time. You should be focused on what university, what school I'm going to. Do I want to be an entrepreneur? Do I want to be a nurse? What do I want to be? Who do I want to be?
Mhm.
How do I become that girl at 19? Okay, so I'm not 30 starting a spiritual journey.
Yeah.
That's what you should be focused on right now. What are we focused on?
That's what I've been focusing on. I'm in school. I'm gonna be a journalist in the future. I also want to do content creation. So I'm just focusing on myself right now. That's what I'm doing. I'm in my second year at university. I'm doing well, but I want to be healed on a whole. I just want to have my life together. And I know I'm young, but I don't want to be the type of person that is in my 30s and I have nothing going on for me. I'm an overthinker, so I overthink things. I want to have my life together as soon as possible. So
Yeah, but
that's what
you need life experience to get your life together in the way that you imagine it in your head. You have no life experience to have your life together. You live with mom and pa right now? You live with parent?
technically yes. I mean,
Okay.
I'm in university, so I'm on my own right now, but I do live with my parents.
Okay. So that means you don't really have a lot of responsibilities or being home, correct?
Right?
So you should be focused on being the top journalist in what country are you in?
I'm in Jamaica.
And Jamaica, okay? You should be on the road with a mic, do an interview. Hello, gals. What you went to the party? This is
I
what you
know,
should
and
be
that's the
doing.
thing. I'm also shy. Like I don't think I have a low self-esteem because I don't, but I'm introverted and I'm shy as well. So those are things that I'm trying to work on.
Okay, but you got to break out your shell because journalists have to speak to people. That's the whole job, is speaking to people. You're doing fine here. We're speaking well. You don't seem too nervous. But the only way to get out of your shell is to do it over and over and over again. When I first got on YouTube, I was not comfortable in front of the camera. Now I can sit here and talk to you guys like you're my friends, my little sisters, my cousins, my aunties, whoever. That means tomorrow you should be writing out goals. Go out on the road. Go out into the university. Ask questions with my mic. Start content creating. You shouldn't be focused on boy, on best friend. You're going to have more friends. You're going to be falling in love more times than you can count. Focus on your school. That's what you should be focused on. When we come back to your page in a week, I'm giving it a week because you always on this TikTok. You should have new content. I want to see it.
Okay.
All right, conversation done. I'll see you next week. Come on back.
Okay, bye.
Bye. Future journalist, she needs to get to it. They're coming up here talking about the boy, the girl who don't like me. We're not best friends. Girl, if you don't get to being an influencer. When I was 19, I had 100 internships. Y'all don't intern no more? What happened to interning? The girls don't intern? What happened to working for free while working at a job while going to school? We don't do that no more. Oh, that's above you. Oh, you too good for that. Oh, you got a little bit of followers, so you think you don't got to do that kind of job. You don't work for free. Okay. Sometimes interning at that age or interning period is great because it allows you to build connections. When I interned at Vogue, when I interned at Elle, when I interned with the top celebrity stylists in the world when I was in school, I still have those connections years later through social media or my phone. We got to stay in contact. So let's say hypothetically, I want to have an event. Because I interned with this fashion stylist who worked at Vogue, I can now call him, say, hey, such and such, can you come by and talk to the girls about what's the experience like, what it means to be a first assistant, a second assistant? How do you pull clothes from a showroom? What do celebrities expect? This is why you want to intern. Get you a mentor. Intern, get you a job so you can learn responsibility. Go to bed early, get up early, even if you have nothing to do. I'm talking to the chicken nuggets on live. Someone said inflation, we can't work for free. I'm talking to the chicken nuggets, the little butterflies. I'm not speaking to the moths, sir. Okay, so that means the little butterflies who are living with their family in the meantime, you should be you should be taking advantage of that. Take advantage. If you're not paying rent, if you're not paying bills, literally, it's a smack in the face to your parent or guardian if you're doing nothing with your time. You're living with your parents. Chicken nugget, you have nothing but opportunity. Come on, babes. Come
Hi.
on. Get up here, skincare on, ready.
I'm ready to go to bed. Thank you. You look beautiful.
So do you, Alina. What is going on? How are you?
Honestly, everything is great, but my parents are getting a divorce
Oh no,
and
I'm that. Oh,
yeah.
oh.
Yep.
I didn't know this was coming either. No.
They should have done that a long time ago. Like if I was my mom, I would have done it a long time ago. Basically, yes, they're getting divorced. They just trauma dumping me to their issues. And I'm like, y'all are messing up my peace. I don't want to be selfish, but at the same time, it's not my problem. It's your relationship. The trauma dumping me with their issues, and as if I'm the one who's responsible, or I'm the one who's supposed to be the peacemaker. So it's kind of like messing up my
You're
vibe, to
cheap.
be honest.
Maybe you only have room for one phone call out of the day.
Mm-hmm.
And the rest of the day is for you because you still have to protect your peace. That's a lot of energy to take in listening to others' problems, although those are your parents, right? But you still need a little bit of space for yourself.
Mm-hmm.
If that's one call from mom, one call from dad every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday, those are the only days you have the capacity to listen to
Mm-hmm.
what they have to say.
I agree. And then when I do say, like, I gotta go, or enough is enough, it's like, oh, you are selfish, you're doing this, you're doing that, you are already so far away, you should have done this, you should have done that. They just keep like,
And then they almost add you into it as if you're the problem and you're here in United States and you're there's no way you could be the
mm-mm,
problem. And again, boundaries. Okay, mommy, I have to go. The job is calling. I have to
mm-hmm,
go. My boss is calling, mom. Can I give you a
mm-hmm.
call back?
If I do that, they just both of them just start to manipulate and saying, "Oh, there's no point of me living. I don't want to live anymore," and all this stuff. I'm like, so then don't, like in a sense, they
No.
just start manipulating, and I'm gonna end my life and all this stuff, and I'm like, I don't understand why. Like, why you making this my problem, in a sense, and at the same time, why you telling you don't want to live, you know, your life, as if there's anything that I can do about it. So I just don't know.
Sorry to hear that. Yeah, I was gonna say someone said therapy. I would show up with a therapist on the phone. If it has to come to that, I would have that therapist on three-way.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, mom, I brought someone in so they can help us sort through, the problems. They're specialized in the therapy and they
Mm-hmm.
help. Just put them on the phone and we can all talk together.
Mm-hmm.
That sort of thing.
The
I feel
cultural
like,
thing, as I mentioned before,
yeah.
they don't do therapy.
Well, the way things are going, a therapist needs to be involved.
I think so too.
Yeah. Yeah.
I
And
think
maybe even get someone like I know a lot of people like for myself. If I'm going to therapy, I want to be with a black therapist and get someone who can speak to your mom, who is the
Mm-hmm.
same descent or maybe from the same country. Because I know you're from Russia, right? Yes. So even getting someone who understands the culture, if that makes
Mm-hmm.
sense. So then she feels like, okay, I can put my guard down just a little bit, you
Mm-hmm.
know?
Okay,
Yeah.
that sounds good. But yeah, that was the question.